afternoon. Two for the price of one today. We're going to have a look at a couple of Centurion tanks by both Dinky and Corgi, so you can compare them. So let's start off with the Dinky one. The Dinky one was produced in 1954, released in 1954, and it ran for a very, very long time. In fact, it actually ran for 16 years, all the way up until 1970. I expect they're probably still in the shops in 1971, and maybe even a few into 1972. So the Centurion tank, I mean, it needs no real introduction, does it? I mean, it's an absolute classic British tank. It's, in many ways, you could look at it as a World War II tank, because although it didn't serve during World War II, it was developed during World War II. In fact, it was some reading specifications about, I think it was 1943, and the very first few were taken for trials in Germany in May, I think it was May or possibly June 1945, to test them. So it literally just missed World War II by a hair's breadth, but all the development work was during World War II. So you could in many ways look at it as a World War II tank. It was served for many, many, many years. I won't go into its full history because this isn't really the place and time for it, but it's all available out there. We produced in total, right up until 1962, the British produced over nearly 4,500 Centurions in 13 different marques. And they were used all over the place. Israel, of course, used them in the Six-Day War in 1967, the Yom Kippur War, and so on. And in fact, I believe a few of them may even still actually be in service here and there. Certainly in the Gulf War, there was armoured recovery vehicles were still being used. You know, they're based on the good old Centurion chassis, I'm led to believe. Current operators, yeah, Israel's still operating them, very converted versions in South Africa and Jordan. So there's still a few knocking out there, really, after all these years. So anyway, we've not time to go into tank history because that's a lot of that available. Just look at the wonderful Tank Museum website. They'll tell you all about them. But let's going back to the actual Dinky model. As I just mentioned, it was introduced in 1954 and ran for 16 years. The shape is very good. The shape is pretty spot on. I mean, look at that. You know, Royal Armoured Corps there, of course. And it's heavy. That is one big chunk of metal. That is really heavy. This must have been a dream thing to get for Christmas in the, you know, when you were in the 1950s, when you were a young boy. Because it would have been probably the star attraction of your military collection. Wheels are a very strange arrangement. I'm sure that Dinky probably could have done something better than this, but I suppose it was the cheapest way to manufacture it. The wheels, as you can see, are actually all just cast. They don't turn at all. Turning wheels are actually inside. Look at that. Look there, 3 wheels, 1, 2, and 3. And I think, yeah, the roller is either end turn to there. So it's just a rubber track through the rollers, give the impression that it's running on all of them. And of course the turret revolves, and that's all it does. It doesn't fire or anything. But so yeah, I mean, I can't demonstrate it on this old Subbuteo cloth because it doesn't work. It needs to be on a hard surface. But trust me, as you can see, trundles along quite nicely. So yeah, 1970, last few knocking around for a year or two in shops, and then Corgi pop up with their version, which really shows like a quantum leap in evolution in toys over those years, because the Corgi one was introduced 1973, so it was a couple of years after the Dinky one was deleted, and here we are. Here, this is the Centurion, the one that I had as a child. So here it is. I mean, look at this. Look at the difference now. It's quite amazing. You can see why Dinky they really had to up their game. They couldn't carry on producing things like that because who's going to want it when you've got things like the Corgi one here instead? Nobody. This one, you've still got the rotating turret, but of course you've got the wonderful firing gun. So they push the gun in and then like that. Press the aerial and it fires. And it came with little red plastic shells, so you could fire and annoy your sister, as I'm sure I probably did. Yeah. Also, look at the treads. I mean, now we've got proper articulated tracks that, you know, now we've got proper wheels on it. So it's so much better in every single way. You've got little plastic ropes. Come on, focus. That's it. Thank you very much. Focus here at the back that attached to it. Oh, look at that. Yeah, there you go. There's the focus. Come on. Royal Armoured Corps again. Come on. Thank you. Finally. Perhaps someone could actually tell me in the comments what those symbols actually mean. Well, I know that the is a divisional mark, of course, the one on the mailed fist. I know that one, but I'm not sure what the 60 and the 3 mean. And of course, the ubiquitous Union Jack, and quite right too. Then we've got the same 3 at the front. Corgi. Focus. Patent pending. Applied. Patent applied for. And of course, manufactured in Hong Kong. Yeah, that's right. Yes, these are all, at the time, the old Corgi manufacture took place over there. Unlike Dinky, which was still produced in Liverpool. So, yeah, it's nice, isn't it? It's a good one. It's a good one. Dinky did a range of military vehicles in 1973, quite a few of them. I think I showed you previously the Russians Sukhoi. No, what am I talking about? Not what am I talking about? So the Su-100 tank destroyer earlier in another video I had earlier. There's only one variant. Well, no variations of it. They're always produced in this one colour scheme. I think the Dinky one had slightly different variations in the green colour, I think, but this was the standard one. So there's the box that it came in. This is the Corgi box. I don't have the Dinky box, but I'll try and find a picture or two to show you. That's what it looked like. Firing elevating gun with 12 shells. Ready to go straight down the sofa. Oh look, potted history, which is great. Which is Corgi gave these, which was quite good of them, but unlike other manufacturers. Come on, focus please. Alright, I'll read it to you. The famous British Centurion tank first appeared in 1945, the year World War II ended. The Centurions, that's it, saw service in Korea in 1950 and proved itself to have greater firing power, reliability and performance than any other tank of the same era. Centurions have been known to fire 17 rounds in a minute. Good lord. Scoring 100% hits on moving targets. Of course. The Centurion has seen service in the British Army, in armies Australia, Canada, Denmark, Egypt, India, Iraq, Israel, Jordan, Lebanon, Libya, Holland and New Zealand, Kuwait, South Africa, Sweden and Switzerland. They can be looked upon as one of the most internationally used tanks. Proves what an utter stunning success it was. So, there we go. Also available, well, not also available, this is the one you're looking at. There's a Centurion and the classic Panzerkampfwagen 6, the Tiger. Don't have one of those. Perhaps I will one day. I can show you it. Right, okay, there we go. So I'll just finish off and just show you the Corgi and the Dinkies together. And there we are. So they're almost the same size. But I think the Dinky one is just a little bit bigger. But you really can see the difference between 1956, wasn't it? And 1973. So this came out just after this one was deleted, and it's a whole different world really in toy cars. Toy tanks. Okay, thank you very much for watching this, and I'll be back soon with something else. Bye.